Zach is back, but how do the New York Jets ensure that that is a good thing? Well, hey, what's happening, everybody? This is Green Bean back with another video here on a sunny but chilly Thursday afternoon here in Fork Union, Virginia. Today we're going to get into the return of our starting quarterback. Imagine that. We're actually going to get the guy that we thought we were going to get at the opening of the season here in week 4. Exciting times. But before we do, I want to just remind you how important and how helpful it is if you go ahead and hit that little thumbs up button there on the bottom of the video. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, no time like the present. That's a rectangular red button that says the word subscribe. And what that does is it lets YouTube know that you would like to be suggested all the videos that come out of this channel. When you sign on to YouTube, boom, here we are. And that's a beautiful thing. And it is appreciated. If you want to make sure you don't miss anything, even the live streams coming out of the channel, go ahead and hit the bell notification as well. And that is that. So guys, Zach Wilson returns. You know what's really crazy about this season so far is we've been losing dudes kind of left and right. We lost our starting quarterback, obviously. Then we lost our starting left turned right tackle in Mekhi Becton. Then we signed Dwayne Brown and lost him. Then we lost George Fant. Then Connor McDermott, the guy who's in there, he's got a bit of an ankle problem. Now Quincy Wilson or Williams is going down. But among all of that, you want to know what I honestly feel? I actually feel like this is still the healthiest Jets team we've had in maybe since 2015. I mean, it's crazy. We're 4 left tackles in, and I still feel like this is the healthiest we've been. Now, I'm going to knock on some wood because I don't want to see anybody else go down. And as difficult as these hurdles can be, this is still a major step forward for a New York Jets organization that has been decimated, snake-bitten by the injury bug over the years. And look, even though we all have problems with this or that, with the medical department and the predictions on how long it's going to be, the diagnosis, all that stuff aside, the truth is we're looking like we might be on the road to being a healthier team, and that is a positive. So Zach Wilson returns against a pretty tough team to play against, man. No matter who these guys are starting or who left or who retired or who's injured, it doesn't ever matter. The Steelers have a floor on how bad they're going to be, right? You know that Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season. I think he was 8-8 once, but everything other than that, he's had at least 9-7 and above, and he's been there 15 years or something like that. And before him, it was Bill Cowher. Bill Cowher. The Steelers don't really go through the coaching carousel, and they've maintained a similar system that has worked for them since the 70s, man. They have been pretty much the same team, barring some ups and downs, obviously, since the 70s, and they are a good team. They're also known as Blitzburg. They have a mean defense, and even though J.J. Watt, their premier pass rusher, is not going to be playing this week, out of nowhere, somebody else pops up, and Alex Highsmith is suddenly leading the NFL in sacks, and that's just the way it goes there. No matter who they lose, the next guy up, he's suddenly the best guy you've ever seen, and that's standard operating procedure. So Zach Wilson's going to return to that, and they're going to be coming at him, and it's going to be a difficult challenge. Now, let me get into three things that absolutely have to happen for the Jets and Zach Wilson's return to actually be a positive one. Number one, we have to remember he's going to have rust. He's going to be stiff. He's not going to be crisp. He's not going to be precise. So that's fine. If you know that and account for it, it can be a non-issue. If they ask him to do too much, all kinds of complex plays, 7-step drops, all those kinds of things, we're putting him in a position that is more difficult to come out of than what we should be doing, which is making it quick, fast, simple for Zach Wilson. Lots and lots of high percentage passes, quick plays, using the running game. We need to remember Zach Wilson's going to need to shake off some cobwebs here, and we have to do everything that we can to make sure that we account for that. Don't put it on his shoulders, right? Number two, we have to remember left tackle right now is a weakness, whether it's Connor McDermott, whether it's Mike Remmers, whether it's Cedric Obagi, whatever it is. Those two guys, even though they might be better than Connor McDermott, they're only here for 15 minutes. So how are they going to know the whole offense? We must account for that left tackle position. The offensive line in general, but still AVT, Max Mitchell, Laken Tomlinson, and Connor McGovern. I'm all over the place. Connor McGovern, they are the strength of the offense. They have to play way near their best games here. They got to play solid football, and then we have to account for the weakness at left tackle. If that means keeping a tight end over there all day long, Ruckert, Uzoma, Conklin, then that's what you do. If you need to do that on both sides, then that's what you do. Nothing is going to happen with Zach Wilson in the event he's under duress all day long. Can't do it. If he's getting hit every fourth play, then it's not going to work. Do everything that we can to acknowledge and respond to the idea. There's a weakness right there. We must account for it. If LaFleur doesn't do that, we're in trouble. If he does, we're in good shape. Number three, and maybe even most important, remember when we drafted Zach Wilson, Saleh said to him, "Hey, buddy, you're not coming here to save us. We're going to lift you up." And we said, "Oh, yeah, what a great thing. That's what a good thing to say to a young quarterback. I love this guy." And we all said it. Now what's happening? Jets fans are like, Zach needs to save us. Save us! Like, that's what we're yelling now. We're hoping Zach Wilson comes in and is the glue between all of these potential assets that we have, whether it be AVT, whether it be Breece Hall and Michael Carter, or Garrett Wilson and Elijah Moore and Conklin, and all the guys that we have. We're hoping Zach comes in and is the final cog that keeps the whole mechanism going. We cannot look at it that way. The Jets mustn't put this on his shoulders. He's not coming in as the savior. He's coming in as a piece. Use your strengths. Use the running game. Use Breece Hall and Michael Carter. Use the tight ends to support him and get Zach into a rhythm so he doesn't feel like the whole thing's on his shoulders. What happens when that happens? He starts forcing passes. He's going deep all the time. He's instead of sliding, he's trying to juke guys and get the extra 4 yards and all that stuff. We saw it in the preseason. We saw it last year. That's how he gets injured, and we cannot have that. If the Jets do those three things, Zach Wilson is going to have a resounding success in his return to the New York Jets and the NFL world. Let me know what you think. Did I miss something? What if we did those exact three things? That's all we did. Do you think it's going to work? I happen to think that that's all we need to do. Oh, and a bonus. Here's a bonus. The friggin' rotation on the defense, it has to stop. Get LaMarcus Joyner off the field. Replace him with Ashton Davis and Will Parks or some combination of the two. Get him off. Keep Quinnen Williams, Carl Lawson, Jermaine Johnson on the field. Put JFM on the inside and only the inside. Activate Bryce Huff and fold him in a little bit. And Michael Clemens. Michael Clemens and Bryce Huff should be the guys spelling Carl Lawson and Jermaine Johnson. And that's it. Jacob Martin, sorry, sit down. Solomon Thomas, you come in and relieve. Sheldon Rankins, that's all. That's how it needs to be. Carl Lawson, Quinnen Williams, JFM, Jermaine Johnson as the starters. 80 to 90% of the plays, they're spelled by, in the same order, Michael Clemens, Sheldon Rankins, Solomon Thomas, and Bryce Huff. That's where it is. That's your bonus. If those 3.1 things happen, Jets are coming away with a big victory in Pittsburgh. Let me know what you think. I can't wait to see what you say. I can't wait to hear it. Let me know in the comments. That all said, have a great day going into this weekend coming up. And as always, go Jets!